Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Guys on Gaffr. We are back, hopefully with functioning video, after last week, and we're back after the international break. Game week 12 is finished, and we have a very packed schedule ahead of us with midweek fixtures coming up this week. As always, David and Abhishek are here. How are you both doing?
Yeah, doing all right. International break was nice to have. Kind of have a relaxed mood. Thought some plans about what to do with my fantasy teams. It was nice, but not in terms of as a football fan, because we got trashed literally just today only. I mean, let's not talk more about this. I'm not happy with the result, but fantasy-wise, I'm doing all right. So that's a plus point.
Fair enough. David, how you doing?
Yeah, I've had a nice weekend, and after the international break, I was postponing doing fancy stuff into the last minute. But it didn't work out, so maybe that's what I should do going forward. Not use so much time on it.
Don't think about it.
Yeah, just do some stuff and it works out.
Very nice. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the break and didn't really think about fantasy football until it was Wednesday night or something, and then I was like, right, I'm just going to at least come up with some sort of plan. So it's quite refreshing. It's I'm in a place with fantasy football where I don't mind it when it's not there as much anymore, but obviously I enjoy it when it is there. So that's quite nice place to be. Yeah. Anyway, maybe it's just because life is generally busy. That might be why. Let's have a look at our teams. So we've got Abhishek at first. Your team is on the screen. You'll see a boost has been played. How's it gone?
Yes. Gone considerably well, considering the other midfield dynamos that I have seen previously.
I'd argue it's still not great, mate. You've got one return.
Look.
From your midfielders.
It was a minefield. Yeah, it was a minefield anyway from midfielders, because none of apart from Ains, Wallace, Robinson of Cardiff at the death, and the Watford midfielders today, there were no returns from midfield, genuine returns from midfield. So it's kind of what? I got 20, 24, 30, 40 points from my midfield five.
Double.
Average.
Welcome to the club, mate.
So,
I know how you feel.
I got 40 points alone from my midfield.
I wouldn't be happy with it though, because
you've
only gained 20 points from the chip, and you would have captained Pookie. Otherwise.
That's why I said, considering other midfield players, because we have to look this boost. We have to look considering only the midfield players, because we can't look at the defenders because there is no captaincy involved. So you can't complain more about it. It's glad that I covered the Pookie written DS points. Otherwise, it would have been much lower. So in that case, I think I did well considering the boost, because it's hard to find 5 genuine points scoring midfielders in a week in the championship, because with championship is such a fun league that you can't expect every midfielder to score points. So if I had owned Tella instead of Brownhill, maybe that would have been different, because Tella is another one who scored. So there's another one midfielder. So probably 6 to 8 players that scored this week from midfield, and I own one of them. So, and plus, considering the midfield that I have, you can't say that I had bad picks, because Willock, NJ, Brownhill, these are prime contenders for my midfield dynamos to boost. So yeah, considering I think it went well. So at the end, I took a -8 just to facilitate Ince, NJ, and Willock, because I needed to do a surgery in my midfield, because I own Pritchard and Sinani, who was thinking of the bench. So I took a -8. So I got 82 -8, so 74 points, which gained me, I think, 500 places from 1.9k to 1.5k. As usual, the Preston duo of Woodman and Brady got me 6 points apiece. It's
Decent.
nice that Preston didn't score anything but kept a clean sheet.
Classic. Another 0-0.
I mean, the goal difference, goals against and goals for, are ridiculous.
I'm actually surprised that
After-
Brady hasn't got bonus in a 0-0 as well. He normally does.
Yeah, the
he
fact that
was
he even
playing-
played was like a thing, wasn't it?
I mean, he's playing as a third forward in a 4-3-3
mad.
attacking formation. What
Need
can
to
you
buy him.
expect from?
It's crazy.
So yeah, Preston duo of Woodman and Brady got me 6 points apiece. Borough defender Giles was benched surprisingly, but came on for 35 minutes. So thankfully got a second half clean sheet because he played 35 minutes. So thank their manager for that, for treating him before those points.
Yeah.
Aaron's got a 6-pointer as well. Norwich, after scoring that goal, didn't look quite threatening, I guess. So it's hard to say that Norwich is back fully, but Pookie is definitely back because he's got, I think, 4 goals scored already in 3 games since his benching, I guess. So yeah, so Aaron's got me a 6. I talked about the midfield 5, and Burriton and Pookie got me 11 and 10 points respectively. Sorry. So yeah, 82 minus 8, 74 points. Quite happy with it because the second now I'm looking forward to my last and final boost. That's overall. So we will talk much more when we come to those segments later in the show. So yeah.
Nice. Good stuff. Right, my team is up next. 52 points and another red arrow by about 100. Oh, was it 100 places? I don't know. 50 to 100 places roughly. And it's not great. As Jay Rodriguez aside, this whole season has been struggling with the forwards, and the forwards just being terrible. So Estupinian, I mean, I got his hat trick, but it's almost not worth it at this point because he's just useless now. So he's on the chopping block, and then Muniz has done nothing in the last 2 weeks. It's getting him in, and then Wallace, a vice captain assist was good, but the rest of the midfield, Abhishek, you mentioned how it's hard to pick 5 good midfielders, but I'm playing 5 in midfield every week, it feels like. So it's not great, is it? And then Bree with a nice 9-pointer, Amos with a 6-pointer, happy enough with that. And Maatson got a cheeky assist, which I didn't realise until kind of late in the day. So, yeah, defence doing all right there. My transfer was Ahmed Hodzic to Pickering, who I benched, but obviously I've got the double in mind with that. So it's a struggle, really, 641. Not happy with it. It's not going well, but it is what it is. I've just kind of, it all hangs on this part of the bus in 14 that I've got planned. I've got a plan. I'm hoping it goes well, but it needs to go well because it's not. But yeah, I mean, things can turn around quickly in this game. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll come on to my plan later. I've kind of got it all thought through, injuries aside, but hopefully a few of the issues will be fixed and I'll be working towards part of the bus. And then saving the best till last, David. There's only one team featured in this screenshot, and it's not his first team.
Yeah, it depends like what my first team actually is now because yeah, I think this is my first team now because I've had the 2 amazing weeks lately in this team. Last week, for those who didn't listen last time, I got the game week rank 3 with 119 points, which got me from 604 to 154. And this week, I played my second boost in 2 weeks out of 3 boosts. And I played away days this week, which was a good idea, apparently. Because I got 120 points minus 4 and gaming rank 18.
Very good.
Which has got me up to overall rank 23.
With 1 boost left.
Like I was 2.5k in game week 5. Like what's happening?
Wow.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. So
should give hope to us all.
Yeah, for sure. So I like when the next boost comes, you can definitely make good strides with like probably even not like super optimal teams, because my team is a bit weird and it still did well. So I can just go through the main point scorers. I got in Horvath and Rodriguez this week, so he didn't do anything. But Horvath got 12 points with Wedes, Bree 18, Colin 6, 12, and Johansen.
I love that midfield, mate. I love it. It's like,
my midfield is Åsgaard, Johansen, and Semma.
you're probably the only person in the top 500 to own any of these three.
For sure. Like, why would you ever have them? Like, so Oscar got 6 points, Johansen got 18, and Semma got also 18. Like, that's amazing. And I also had Pukki because he's Finnish, so he'll stay for the rest of the season for sure. And also the other guys because they're legends. So yeah, I don't know what to say. It's like it's crazy. So this is my team going forward for sure. And my other team got like 70 something, so it's still okay, but like it's not doing well. So I'll just play with it and then just focus on maybe like winning. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. You could be like top 10 after you play your third boost, and then you're right in the mix. I love it.
Yeah,
I guess you can say from game week 15 that this is my team. Assess it from 15.
This is tricky, David. Do you like sell players like Johansson and Semma, like these Scandinavians who are like probably suboptimal picks, but like
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Really?
I'm probably going to keep Johansen, Semma, and Pukki at least for the rest of the
Pukki, obviously.
I'm sure.
But you could win Gaffr, mate. Might have to do what you have to do.
Johansen's been doing well.
Scoring more points than any of his other midfield players.
I mean, that's true.
I think he didn't own Brownhill. He didn't own Ndiaye. He didn't own his native Sandberg.
Fair enough.
He's owning Johansson, who is consistently providing him points.
Who needs Brown?
Sandberg is on the bench, to be clear. But yeah, I didn't play him because he was playing at home. So there you go.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's fun.
Brilliant. Absolutely smashing it. All right, Thursday night wars. I thought we were going to come second, and then there was like the points update, which unfortunately knocked us down to last this week. So we scored 56, which is small red arrow. Captain Pukki, vice captain Ndiaye, not great. And I think our defence kind of underperformed this week, really. Brady 6, Giles 3, Laird we brought in for Amatovcic 4, Wood nothing. Maybe that defence needs bit of work considering it's only got Giles as like a really heavy defender. That's a defeat for us. And is that the one of the rights to the community team, right, David? Yes, it's got Silver Thomas in it and Ollie McBurney. So the community team won this week. Right, so as you can see on the screen now, the current standings was a really close week this week. So the community team got 61, IFL Fantasy got 63 minus 4, so 59, and then we got 56, which means that the standings are really close now. It's really tightened up the last few weeks. So IFL Fantasy have 17, we have 14, Gaffr Community have 13. So interesting stuff. That overhaul that the Gaffr Community team did has done really, really well. So, and they've got the boost still to play, so we're in a bit of trouble the next couple of weeks, I think, but we'll ride it out.
We're gonna have to do something about the defense of us. It's too flat, I think, from defensive point of view, and with this weird benching, I think who thought Giles and Jones will be benched?
No.
Yeah, you can't predict that.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we kind of. Yeah.
All right. So moving on. We've got a few things to talk about. I think the first thing to think about is Game Week 14. So obviously, since we last recorded, Bristol City versus Preston has gone into Game Week 14. So I guess the question is, does that change either of your guys' plans for that week in terms of boosts? And because what were you on, Abhishek? You were on. What? Yeah, just say what was your plan before, and what are you thinking now, basically?
My plan was to overall in 14, and it hasn't changed at all. And it has gave me the ammunition to attack more in that overall with some of my unsure moves that I was unsure of before 14. That should I do this? Should I to save money? Bought this player to invest in some other positions. But after that two fixtures, after the Bristol City and Preston got their doubles announced, I am certainly keeping Conway, the likes of Conway, Brady. I can keep and move with them because they don't cost much and they will perform, allow me to hold BBD, Brereton Diaz and Cookie for quite some time. And after 14, especially Blackburn has easy run of fixtures till game week 20. So in no way I'm taking Brereton and Cookie out on before 20. So that's one of my plans that I got assured of after the announcement of the Preston versus Bristol game. Secondly, I was thinking about reshaping my defense quite a bit because I have quite a high amount of money invested in my defense. So I am quietly thinking about doing some surgery, especially in the second goalkeeper department as well, because I have to look forward if we get a cheaper keeper option, and I don't want to do a goalkeeper transfer on that post, on that segment. So these are the thoughts that I have for game week 14 overall. So positive, I'm thinking positively about it. That double game week announcement definitely did not hinder my plans. More so, it provided me boost or ammunition to attack the overall boost and attack those game weeks and plan forward from 14. I am overalling in 14, and I'm thinking about speaking a squad till game week 20, which coincides with the game week 17 doubles. So I'm quite happy for that, and I'm quite enthusiastically looking forward to sharing those overall draft come game week 14. So certainly there is some tricks up in my hand that I will use, and certain hot takes will come since after come game week 14 for sure. You're gonna see some players that are out of the box in my squad.
Nice. Well, okay, so that's one of us. No change of plans. David, any change of plans for you? Because you've got a... Well, I guess we're going to talk... Let's just talk about your Scandinavian team, really.
Yeah.
Probably no point talking about the other one at this point. Unless you want to. It's up to you.
Nah, I would just talk about Scandinavian team. Let's not just waste time on mediocrity. Right. No, I don't think it's... I wasn't really sure about the plan because I was... I had to plan for the away days first, so I just didn't. I thought I was just like not going to think it too much about game week 14 when I planned the away days. And yeah, one of the two players I bought in worked out, so I think I will sell Rodriguez pretty fast. And I'm thinking, I was thinking about joining you on overhaul, Abhishek, but now we have like players like Vyman. Suddenly being considerations again. I think I'm going to go for the Captain Fantastic chip with him and Burton because it seems too good to pass up with such like Tasmanic players. Although we could like have other Bristol strikers, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to go against him in case he like just explodes. And then probably I will like use my first chip on the next boost. Will probably be overhaul, I think, after the third boost now, because when it was just like game week 20, W had some time, but now it's 17 as well. I feel like it's much more effective to have the first be overhaul, I think. Although you kind of get 3 attacking boosts if you use overhaul now, but you have to just like decide if you think it gets more points over the long haul than like Captain Fantastic this next double or after that. So yeah,
It's a tricky one.
No, it's tricky.
Just a minute. I think if you are playing Captain Fantastic, why not go for Will Keane from Wigan instead of Wyman?
Wyman's clear for me. What?
Not sure.
Wyman is not so clear now.
I don't, because see, I really don't like Will Keane as an option, even though he scored yesterday. But Wyman's also not done great recently either. It's tricky.
Yeah,
could go Naki Wells.
Yeah,
he's probably getting in slightly better positions from a goal scoring point of view.
Yeah, that's true.
Wigan play both games at home. They are much better side. No, sorry, they're much better away side than the home side. So yeah, that's one to look at. But Wilkin is on penalties as well. If you are using a Captain Fantastic boost, I mean, Wyman provides the assist to the assister to the goal scorer in the last, I think, since game week 7, I guess, his stats have really dried up in terms of goals. He only is getting assist points. He's not scoring goals.
He's not even getting assist points that much either, is he, to be honest? I mean, I'm just having a quick look at some heat maps and stuff for like Naki Wells. I don't know if you want to look up Vyman.
Yeah.
But Wells, yeah, he's looking like he's getting in and around the penalty spot quite well,
Yeah,
but he's not having many shots.
If you see the last, I think, 6 to 7 games, it's either Conway and Wells scoring bulk of the goals for Bristol, even in a losing cause. Not so much Wyman. So why are you spending 8+ on him?
Vyman's heat map from yesterday is bad from a fantasy point of view. He's like, it looks like he's had like one touch in the box, and the rest of the time he's so much deeper.
Yeah, it's like what our Bristol City correspondent said. If he continues, he has overperformed his XG.
Yeah,
and which you can clearly see now that he was really overperforming his XG last season.
So he's like he's playing the Kane role, but he's not Kane.
Yeah.
He needs to be in the box.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Wells to Vyman now. Now I look at it.
Do you like Wells or Keane more?
Wells, mostly. I mean, I haven't looked at Keane's stats from like yesterday, but I'm just like, Keane's a pen merchant. Sorry.
But it's
you framed the question wrong. Don't ask him about Keane. He will not say any good.
Yeah, that was like a given question. I can take that back. But yeah, one thing I thought about was, I think I saw somewhere that Semenyo is back or something. Does that impact your thinking about the strikers for Bristol? Is Wells a bit more clear than like the other two?
My guess is that, I mean, might be worth asking Bristol City fan, but that Conway is more likely to drop out. I mean, he only played 45 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'd say Wells is probably fairly safe. I think he played 90, so
yeah,
that's what I reckon. I mean, I could be wrong, but
it's like weird because Wells was like a player we talked about in season 1, and I haven't heard much about him until now. So maybe it's like good again. I don't know. I feel more comfortable going him because he's in a better attack than Wigan.
Yeah, and I guess Semenyo is the main factor when he returns. What is going to be the construction of the forward line? Because if Semenyo returns and Wyman is not performing, and their managers decides to bench Wyman, then that's going to be an interesting forward 3: Semenyo, Wells, and Conway with no Wyman. Or maybe accommodate all 4 of them with Wyman playing the scam role. So you can't. It's really a possibility of many formation and situations. So we're gonna have to see what the manager does when Semenyo returns. That's going to be an important question to answer for us.
Yeah.
And
Interesting stuff. Cool. Yeah. So I think the general consensus seems to be Wells. But yeah, that's interesting. Anything else you wanted to say on your plans, David, before we move on?
No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Cool. My plan has changed. The boost is the same. It's still part of the bus. I was going to do 13 just because I kind of preferred the fixtures that week, and I wasn't really going to go out of my way to buy any Blackburn defenders or Wigan defenders. And then the second double came up, and I already have Lindsay of Preston. So that's suddenly I've got a doubling defender that I can play in that week, and so then I was like, right, okay, well, I can buy Pickering for Ahmed Hodzic. That's 2 doubling defenders, and then I may or may not get De Silva of Bristol City as well, because he's quite attacking. I know Bristol City ship a lot of goals, but he's a doubler. But the thing is, I'd have to sell Giles, Maatsen and Bree, and Abhishek does not like it one bit.
This team that's like shaking his head.
This is one of my hot takes. Now it's my turn to get roasted, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go.
Go on, roast me, guys. Roast away.
out of all the defensive teams that you can pick, instead of picking a Wigan defender, you pick a Bristol City defender.
Have Amos though.
That shouldn't affect your decision if they're better.
No, that's true. You're right, David. I stand corrected on that. That's very true.
I mean, really, don't buy Bristol City defender for God's sake. We can't hear a 15-minute roast of a Bristol City defender by you after bringing Bristol City defender when he doesn't give you points.
Wow.
I know them like in attacking. I haven't heard about any of them. I had Closer from like the first week, but I didn't even play, so I don't know.
I'm just gonna Jay De Silva. What's he like? I mean, I think he's done.
I think you're confusing him with the Premier League De Silva and thinking he's good.
He is quite attacking. But I guess the problem is obviously they concede every game. They don't do this clean sheet business at all. So it's definitely a thing to consider. He's had, how many assists has he had? I feel like he's had a few. Like maybe like 2 or 3. Oh, he's only had one. He's only had 1 assist. Maybe not. I'll think about it.
Bristol play Birmingham. You can't genuinely say that Birmingham will not score any goals.
No. I guess what I'm hoping for is a couple of half clean sheets and a couple of bonus. I feel like that's reasonable against Preston, who can't score for the life of them, in Birmingham, right? I feel like that's not. The fixtures are there, right?
You're gonna get 3 half clean sheets, 1 full clean sheet and 1 half clean sheet.
Great, then he's a great pick then. I'll get him then.
I'll park the bus maybe, but yeah.
I think I might get him because I'm playing part of the bus, and those fixtures are good. He'll be straight out my team like within a week or 2 after that. Absolutely, like I know he's literally for the boost and only for the boost. That's the only reason I'm getting him. But
who are your other 4 defenders?
So I've currently got. I've currently got Giles, Bree, Maatsen, Pickering, and Lindsay. So Pickering obviously doubles. So I'll have 2 doublers, and then 3 of Giles, Maatsen, Bree, and De Silva probably. Just depends what I decide. Whether I decide to get De Silva, and B, who I transfer out. And I'm not sure who I'll transfer out. Maybe Bree, because I've got West Brom, but then Bree's still so good, and that fixture I still can see him getting at least a half clean sheet and some bonus in that game. So.
And could outscore the one you get in.
Yeah, it's certainly a possible outcome. Yeah, so
if he gets an assist, he gets all the bonus easily.
Yeah, exactly. So
I think Pickering, Lindsay, and Bree, you're keeping those 3 out of the 2 spots available. Giles, don't keep Giles. If you're gonna bring a Bristol City defender, just
he's got
have a safety net by bringing a Wigan defender. Have a safety net, because I'm I can't see Bristol. Even if Bristol decides to turn up, it's gonna be against that Bristol City defense. They're gonna turn up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Matson plays Coventry, Giles plays Millwall, and they're both away.
But are you getting like full double park the bus, or are you just keeping some singles?
Well, yeah, this is for the boost, so it's like, do I sell one of them for De Silva? Basically, that's the question. Yeah. It's a tricky one. I'm leaning towards probably selling him because it's a double, but.
Do you have Brady?
I don't.
Are you considering him because he's playing as a forward?
He's got Norwich though as one of the double games. So it doesn't seem that worth it to me.
But if he scores, you're like laughing.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
Brady is enticing because he plays up top in a 3.
It's like Matt Doherty of
The case for Brady is that he's good to hold long term afterwards. So I'm not giving myself another transfer to do later.
Yeah, and I think the only caveat is that he will not give you 90 minutes. He will give you 75 to 80 minutes max.
Yeah.
So that's a much more safety option than De Silva, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah.
I would get Brady over De Silva for sure.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably worth moving on now, but it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a tricky decision, and by the way, that will be for a hit, I think. So I've got to get it right.
Yeah.
May not even be worth the extra hit. Yeah, so that's our plans then for Game Week 14. Well, yes. I'll come on to the other moves that I'm going to do later as well. But anything else we should talk about? I guess Watford. Ismail Assar got a goal and an assist today. Too late, mate. Troll.
Yeah,
just wanted to mention
when
that.
he scored, and I got the update in Discord and Twitter and whatever group chats I'm in, it pissed the hell out of me. Yeah, mate. Yeah. Score now. I can't say bad words about him now. I'm so much frustrated with him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. Those who own Sar, I'm happy for you guys. It's just that I really hate that guy. I really hate him.
I'm not even happy for the guys.
just purely on fantasy basis, not as a person. Just purely on fantasy basis.
He doesn't listen to the pod, like you don't have to be afraid to bash him.
I am covering all my bases just with no offense to any Watford fans.
Yes, when we moan about them. Yes, it's very true.
Just purely basis on fantasy basis.
The fact that they don't give us points. Like, why don't they think of us? Disgraceful, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Like, why didn't the Middlesbrough manager play our defenders on the away days? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
So inconsiderate.
Are there any other assets that you're looking at for 14 to transfer in that that haven't been considered in terms of doublers, so Wigan players, other Preston players, Blackburn players?
Who do even Preston have other than defenders? I've just not considered them because Parrot.
Any of their attackers, would you? Yeah.
No, I don't think so. We have talked about the other guy from Wigan, but I don't know how he did this week.
What, Lang or?
Yeah, Lang. Yeah.
I'm not actually sure. We might have got an assist to one of the goals, but I'm not 100% sure.
Are there any other Blackburn players?
I think Hedges is the one, isn't it, from Blackburn?
Yeah, apart from Burrington, it's Hedges, but Doolan seems to be scoring goals also for the past 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's really tricky who is the third best asset from Wigan, apart from Pickering, who to pick. It's really, Blackburn fans say that Kaminsky is an option, it's a genuine option, but I have seen much better goalkeepers in Gaffr this season. So I can't say Kaminsky is an option, but maybe Pickering and Doolan it's a 50-50 call between them. If you
Yeah,
are not going,
Dolan's an option, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it could be actually. It looks like Hedges actually played right wing back yesterday. But Dolan,
It has some like restricted minutes. lately.
yeah,
it's
agreed.
it's the only caveat is Dolan is a forward, and we are gonna invest on Barrett and Diaz.
Where is
So
he?
Dolan
Oh, is
doesn't
he
get,
on the
That's
game?
what I was thinking.
yeah, he's
Ah.
forward in the game.
Yeah, that's like
So-
not an option at all. Then
No.
Yeah, so
I'm glad we found that out. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it. Don't get it.
Yeah.
hence Hedges and Pickering becomes clear-cut option.
I think I'm going to
Just,
swerve Hedges for now. It'll be one transfer too many for me. I don't think he's a
It's
terrible
funny.
option, but
Yeah, the
So-
funny thing is that Hedges is scoring points after points every week, and the Blackburn supporters are saying, no, Hedges is not an option. No, Hedges is definitely not an option. I'm saying, man, he's scoring points. I'm saying in terms of Gaffr. Don't say me in terms of footballing reasons. Say me in terms of Gaffr is an option. No, he's not an
Yeah.
option. But every week he's scoring assists or getting performance bonus. Hell, he has scored 3 goals up until now.
his heat map's a bit weird, you know, for the game just gone, because it kind of looked like he was playing right wing back, and it kind of looks like for some of the game he's played right wing back, but I reckon that must have changed at some point, because there's also a patch like in the number 10 position. So my theory is at some point in the game he moved into number 10, but
Yeah. So maybe they tried something that didn't work, and they got back to the one where it was.
Basically, he's an all-rounder. Whenever the manager needs in this position to, Hedges, go on there. He's playing in the defense, he's playing in the midfield, he's playing in the attacking third. He's a genuine all-rounder.
yeah, he's averaging 1.5 shots per game, Hedges, and where's key passes? He's got 3 assists, 1.3 key passes. That's okay, but it's nothing to write home about, and not enough for me to. I mean, yeah, it's just like if you want him and you have a spare transfer, get him, sure. But I would say there's no real need to get him in if you don't have him. Yeah, bro, that's probably everything in terms of Game Week 14, and then obviously just bear in mind Game Week 17 isn't too far away, so Burnley double in that week against Sunderland and Norwich, Coventry double against Stoke and Rotherham, Norwich double against Sheffield United and Burnley, and Rotherham double against Hull and Coventry, so just bear that in mind with your plans, but I would have thought that's a problem that most of us will be focusing on after Game Week 14, I'm guessing. Yeah, anything else you guys want to add on this weekend's action, or shall we move on to our solitary question?
Yeah, I think the only thing we can add, because I watched the highlights of the Watford game. After Bilic game, I think they're gonna do well defensively. So keep an eye on the wing backs who plays for Watford, because Bilic will be playing for 40-man defense. So the wing backs will be crucial to this style of play. So just keep an eye on those Watford.
Yeah, I saw
wing backs.
I saw Kamara got an assist today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got my eye on Keenan Davis, got his first goal.
Yeah, you have some nostalgia on him, so.
Yeah, obviously, but
The fourth, who get the 4th goal? Is he a midfielder in the game? He's a new signing, I guess.
who?
Got the Watford's 4th goal.
Is that Loser or Bio?
Bio.
I think he
He's
came
a
on as a
midfielder,
sub,
isn't
so I don't think he's an option, but yeah.
Sema is an option. Sema is definitely an option. If you are not willing to spend the SAR money.
Oh, it's so fun to hear you say that, because you bashed me so hard before and not
Hey,
because it was like a win back.
No, I said Sema quite early on from Watford midfield. Apart from SAR, I said that. I called that. You have to watch previous episodes. I called Sema.
You'll have to find that for me. I'm not trusting on that.
Okay, I will give you that.
Action replay.
Don't
Action replay.
worry.
Preguntas. First question.
All right, so we have one question, as always. David, you are the question master.
Right. I love this question. we like don't need any more questions because this is not perfect. So we have from Billy Hathaway. He starts with @strom_FF, which is me. Which of the lads has the best pronunciation of the following? And I'll just say this once, the names, and then you can try.
I think you should not say them at
I
all.
think
It'd be more funny.
Yeah, actually. We can start with the first one.
So so let's do like keep a tally of the score, David. See who wins. Do we have to alternate who goes first for each one?
Yeah.
Who do you want to go?
Yeah.
You lead it, David. Who do you want?
Okay, you go first, Joel, on this one.
Oh, it should be easy. Okay, so it has to be the best Scandinavian pronunciation, right? So I can't say it in the English voice.
It's not like the English pronunciation. No.
Not burger. Okay. Right, here we go. Sanderberger. I don't love what just came out of my mouth there, but see what Abhishek says.
Well, it's gonna be far worse in my voice because Sanderberg. I can't.
Sounded right to me.
I think yours, Abhishek, was a bit too close to the English one. But now I should have like a rewind button because there was like not much difference. But I think Joel was a bit better.
Okay, 1-0 to me. Don't worry, Abhishek. Those last two are going to be a nightmare for both of us.
I'll just after you've tried, I'll say the answer, the best answer, because I think the hard part about that name it's the first name, because it's Sander instead of Sander. So it's Sander Berge.
Sander Berge.
Yeah.
So
we have
it's like we pronounce Sunday in our language.
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
Right. So the next one, we can start with Abhishek this time.
Yeah, I think it's John Carew. That's the English version of it. I don't know how to do this in Norwegian.
But have a try.
John Carew. How do you make that sound?
I'm not going to do any better with this one. Like, it's such an English name. It's like, how am I supposed to Norwegianify this? What a word that is! I've just made that.
I'm going with John Carew. I can't think.
Just saving it.
John Carew. No, that's awful. That's awful.
I can't like give a draw, so you have to say something different.
I just said mine.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just pretty poor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll give you a half point each actually, because that was like just as close.
They're just both so terrible.
Yeah, basically.
So
it's like John is like you don't say Jon. Maybe you say something. You say Jon. I think some Norwegians say Jon Carew, but like that's not even correctly, because John, it doesn't have. If it was Jon, it would be without the H.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, but like that's a super Norwegian word. So John is like okay, but Carew is like Carew. Carew.
Carew.
Yeah. If we were to say that in Norwegian, it would be like CARU.
Carew. Is that all right? Carew.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. Well, we're gonna. This isn't going to be pleasant. This next one.
Right. So the tally is 1.5 to half. So you still have a chance.
Sorry to all those. Sorry to those two people that you're gonna pronounce the name of.
I'm sure they won't.
We don't mean to.
I think this is like when it's going to differ a bit, because this is pretty hard.
Okay, I've got a thought. Okay. So it's me first, this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Per Chilean Scalebread.
Right, Abhishek?
Yeah, I think we're Chilean jailbread.
What is it? Jailbread?
Yeah, Yell. I, I probably missed the SK part. So yell bread, maybe per Cillian yell bread. That's my final.
Right. I think I'm gonna have to give this to Joel because the S is definitely there.
I don't mind it. I don't mind at all.
So the correct way would be Per Siljan Skjelbred. So it's not like super far off the English one, but Per was like good from you, Joel.
I thought that I was like, I've nailed the pair.
Yeah, because like if you go, I like going to say how an English person would say the word pear is like the closest to pear, the fruit. Like so, yeah, that was good.
But I did say Chilean, and Abhishek said Cillian, which is correct. So he got that bit right.
Okay, yeah, that's a good point actually. You can get the half point for that, Abhishek. That was good.
Yeah, but it was like the J. I was like, I feel like I only recently knew that it was kind of like a Y sound. It's probably from knowing you, David. Before that, would be like Skjelbred. It's like it's probably a Y sound.
Schedule bread. Like schedule.
That's why I said jailbread. I did not want to butcher this name much more.
Yeah,
So that's
okay.
why it's really on the safe side. Jailbread.
I don't think you're going to offend anyone, but like, I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so it's how many points do you have now? 2.5, and you
2.5 to 1, is it? So I've what?
Right. Okay, we can make this point 1.5, and if it gets tied, we can find another.
Classic moving the goalposts when just to make it close.
Oh yeah.
Unacceptable. I will be moaning if I lose now.
And it's even more exciting because Abhishek is starting.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, so Abhishek first for this one.
Okay. So let me try. Tobias Borkit.
Like, how on earth do you say that O with a line through it and then E-E-I-E? Like, what?
But wait, hold on. Like, is the name correctly spelled? I think because it's Billy, he probably missed the letter. I'll find it some actually. Let's see. Yeah, it's okay. It's correct.
It is correct. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tobias. Burkiet. I think Abhishek maybe wins, does he?
Yeah, what did you say again, Abhishek?
Tobias Borkit.
That's pretty close to like what Joel said. So like, that's fine. I think you were closer, Abhishek. Right. So it's tied.
How do you say it, David?
I thought it was spelled differently, so I'm a bit unsure. But because I thought it was a J before the Ö, so it's Børkeide. Børkeide. That's a weird name.
Børkeide.
Børkeide.
It's like that K sound is weird.
I need to find Norwegian lessons. I kind of need to find because I suddenly need to get a hang of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks for that question, Billy. That was good fun.
Look!
Right.
There is a tiebreaker. We have a tiebreaker. We tied on points.
Okay. I have one. That's good. This is a Norwegian keeper from Jerv, which is in English is Wolverines, by the way. I'll send it in chat to you guys.
On Twitter?
No, in the
in this chat. Yeah.
Okay.
It's me to go first now.
There you go.
Okay, this is going to mess up the video, but you can all see the name randomly. It's popped up in my square. So there you go, viewers. Okay, so is it me first? Okay. Erftveit. I think I nailed it.
It's tough one. I've listened to this tone of pronunciation in the ESN chats. So I think it's of Ridviet.
Surely I've won. Surely.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah,
That sounds Russian, like overdviet.
yeah, I should have not spelled the T in between.
But
Yeah.
that's the thing, it's so easy to try and spell everything out, remembering like there's probably the way they do silent letters in other languages is so different. So I'm just kind of guessing at that. But I think
Yeah, so that was pretty close actually. It's Øvretveit.
okay.
So that was good.
White. Instead of wait, I should have said white.
Yeah, it's just Øvretveit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You guys pronounce the I first before the E.
Yeah, we do.
It's like
true.
German.
Yeah.
I know that's how it's done in German. Like IE is E and EI is I. So I was like, it's
Yeah.
probably the same because it's like
It's
too dissimilar.
Norwegian is like a Germanic language, I think.
Yeah.
And it's a bit unfair because your language is also a bit Germanic, isn't it, Joe? I think so. Or is it more French? I don't know.
Ish. I'm sure it has some derivations, but yeah.
Don't be too disarmed, Abhishek, because you're from India and that's even farther away.
I'm not disappointed.
All right. So the next thing on the agenda is the Felix K9 Cup. The leaderboard is there now. I think it's probably it's in a weird order. I think it's not fully updated. But anyway, David, go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, because like I think it wasn't fully updated when I took the screenshots. So it's like the first one is number 2 and the 7th one is 31. I don't know, but it's I don't know how much this has changed. At least Lucifer, Decipher, and Ronald Reed is still top by a good margin. But there's a new name, and you probably recognize the Scandinavians because that's what I've been talking about. But the only red at in the top 10 is mine because I had to fill in a handle that wasn't Twitter, and the only other one that we could choose was Reddit. And I only have like one Reddit user. I probably should have made me one. I didn't think it would matter, but it does. So it's like prestigious add 7 something, because you can't change the username for some reason. So yeah, if you see a red name in top 10 or 20 going forward, you can be sure it's me.
Amazing.
Yeah. So and Angus is up there. That's a new one, I think.
Yeah, but he's on 720. Yeah, I think that that leaderboard needs an update. Something just feels off with it.
Yeah, that's not right. But yeah,
anyway,
you can enjoy being there, at least in spirit, I guess.
Yeah. Nice.
Right. I think that's enough of that.
Cool. All right, let's then quickly go through our plans for this upcoming game week 13, this midweek. Abhishek, same order as before. Abhishek, your team's up first.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what to do here, but as I discussed earlier, I need to do some surgery in my defensive department, because if all my pricey defenders are really not getting the desired points, apart from Aronson, Brady, which I'm inclined to hold. Roberts needs to go. Connor Roberts of Burnley, he needs to go. Ahmed is injured, so he probably go. And I've had enough of Giles. Even though they play Birmingham, still I'm inclined to losing him. So those are the 3 defenders that are on the chopping block, because I really need to save some moves in my overall so that I can spend money in elsewhere positions. So I'm really thinking about which defenders to pick. Bogle came on for I think 30 minutes yesterday, so he can be an option for Ahmed, because Ahmed is out for I think 3 weeks. So Bogle can be an option. Watford defenders can be an option, and I was looking at the defenders list. 3 can be another option. And I was looking at the defenders list while I was looking at what moves to do. Certain defenders have come up into my mind, like Swansea's Manning. I don't know how but he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I mean,
7, 8
yeah.
high scoring defender.
It's a good shout.
And
It's a 1 week punt, isn't it? You're doing so.
Yeah, and Swansea has picked up form considerably. I mean, how West Brom lose last night? It's ridiculous. But hey, who scored? One of the bad bunch guys again scored. Who was he? I think Swansea's. I'm forgetting the forward's name.
No, Perot didn't score. I don't.
No,
Perot
Obafemi scored.
Did he?
Obafemi scored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did
So
himself.
that's Star Obafemi. Two of the bad bunch has scored. It's best that they are put up in the bad bunch. They would score points now. Yeah, and
Yeah.
all in the group chats, I'm seeing another Sheffield United name, and that's Baldock. So he can be another of Ahmed.
Well, hang on. You said Bogle and Baldock in this last 2 minutes, so they're not both going to play because they both play right wing back. So it's whichever one starts.
Yeah, my pick will be Bogle, but not everyone will go Bogle now. Everyone will go now Baldock. So I am going to risk it for Bogle because I am inclined to holding him for the longer period of time. That's my thinking. I'm not going for a weak punt if I'm taking Connor Roberts in place of Connor Roberts, not in place of Giles.
But you're overhauling.
I'm thinking in 14, yeah.
So why would you get? So surely you want a 1 week punt, and Bogle's not a good 1 week punt because he might not start. Because he won't be at full fitness. I think he's a potentially good pick on your overhaul, but I don't see why you get him this week.
Something tells me that on the 30 minutes he played, I think he's more than fit enough to start. I may be wrong here because I was watching highlights only.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's not worth the risk this week, but potentially on wildcard, yeah, he could be. I think he could be a brilliant option at some point because we know how good he is. But it's just like
my point. What I'm thinking is that if I'm going to take a punt, why am I going to take a punt from Sheffield United?
I liked your Manning shout.
Yeah, I can't because if I put all my eggs on Birmingham not scoring, 90% it's that egg is going to be broken by either Deeney or Mejbri or some other Birmingham City guy. Because every time this season I have put my eggs that or bet that Birmingham will not score, they have broken my hearts. For example, Preston, the only up until for facing Birmingham, they were not conceding any goals. Conceded against Birmingham. So that's the fear in me. So that's why I'm not punting on Sheffield United. Manning, it can be an option, and maybe Laird. Oh, I can punt on Laird as well.
But they've got Sheffield United, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah,
it's quite tricky. Apart from Manning, nobody seems to be puntable.
Yeah. Well, a few ideas there.
Yeah, so that's the decision I'm going to have to make in this midweek. But midweek fixtures are really tricky to navigate because it's rather than play it safe kind of week, this midweek, because the games are quite tricky.
Yeah.
Maybe I might bring Bree because Luton are at home.
Yeah, another good option.
Bree can be an option. So that may be my move. It's going to be either Giles or Roberts. Roberts probably edges out. He's going to be my transfer out. Probably Bree. I've had enough of Bree points watching from the sidelines.
Yeah.
I need to get on those points.
What about captaincy?
Yeah, that may be. Yeah, and that may be my move. In terms of captaincy, I think it's going to be either Pukki or Burriton Diaz. But Reading at home is a really tough customer because Reading is, I think, third best in terms of home wins. Third or second best, I guess. So it's going to be really hard for Norwich, but you can trust Pukki to get a return there. But so it's really hard. It's apparently either Pookie return or I might do something crazy and put my armband on Brown Hill because Stoke look horrible. Stoke
Yeah, good.
look horrible. I mean, how Jamie react. I'm eager to see in their podcast and listening to Jamie how will he react to that Stoke result. But Stoke look really bad, really bad.
Yeah, tricky one captaincy this week.
Yeah, it's really. I might keep it on Pookie just to be on the safe side. Because
Yeah.
midweek games are really hard hard games to consider.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, captaincy's just tricky this season all over, really, isn't it? Let's move on then to my team. So essentially, I'm not entirely sure what my plan is this week. I could roll or I could take a hit. Essentially, I want to make at least 4 transfers in the next 2 weeks. So I'm going to be taking hits kind of over the next couple of weeks. I want to bring in Brereton Diaz for Stupinian. I want to do Swift down to either like Njai or Teller because he doubles in 17.
You still have Swift?
Sorry?
You still have Swift?
I still have
I didn't
Swift,
know
yeah.
that.
I think his time's up, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then I also want to do potentially that defender transfer that we spoke about earlier, and also don't know if I'll do this because it'd be for another hit, but I'd also consider doing Muniz to Wells. So I don't know. Because the thing is, I could roll and do 4 transfers for a -8 in 14, but I think it might be wiser to lose Swift and Stupinian now and get Brereton in now because Blackburn have a decent enough fixture with Cardiff. So I think I'll probably do -4 now, -4 next week or the weekend, but it could be roll -8 equally. I need to decide that. So that's my thinking.
2 points regarding your thinking. One, is your Parkabus defense set?
Nearly. It needs 1 transfer. Like we've talked about this already, though. Like it probably just needs 1 more transfer.
1 more transfer. So my suggestion will be to do the forward moves now.
Yeah, I know that's what I know. That's what I'm
Because
planning.
you can't hold Estupinian and Muniz too long now. You're gonna miss on points. So
Yeah, I mean,
give it to that.
Yeah, I probably won't do the Muniz move until 14, but I think I will do the Stupinian move for this week because I need him out, even though it's Wigan. I really need him out. So yeah, captaincy. It says a lot that my team's in a bit of a state. Like I probably should have Pookie, but I'm just kind of riding it out until the tougher fixtures come in a couple of weeks. But I'm probably going to be going into the defence. Bree captain at home to Huddersfield.
Why not Muniz? He plays Birmingham.
I think I prefer Bree, but
if you are gonna hold him, then
probably only for 1 more week though. Just see if he can do anything
stats.
against Birmingham, and then I might actually vice captain Giles. We'll see.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yeah, so that's me, David.
Yeah, the screenshots that as of now is probably not what I'm going to do because I just noticed I'll probably bench Colin for Sema because Sema is doing well. But yeah.
Hold on. He's gonna bench Colin. David's gonna bench Colin. Whoever wants Colin, start now.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Everyone start calling. But I think it's a bit like Joel. Either I'm taking a minus or rolling because I like the way my team looks. The only thing I would consider maybe would be Morris down to Wells. But Huddersfield is probably a good game, I guess. So I'm not sure.
Morris had only one plan. Morris to Wells. Quite tricky move that. We are doing that.
Because Bristol against Coventry isn't too bad as well. And it's not for hit. So I'm getting him anyway. And I'm keeping Rodriguez for Stoke because he's playing against Stoke. I might even vice captain him, to be fair. Because it's such a good game by the looks of it. Yeah, Pookie is captain.
That's such a good game for Morris, though. That's a brilliant game for him. Huddersfield.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm probably just rolling thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. All right, that's us done then. So good luck in the next 2 game weeks. We won't be podding until after game week 14 at this stage. Yeah, midweek and then weekends. So it's going to be a packed schedule. And anything else to add?
Yeah, one thing. We can keep with like the Norwegian team. Couldn't everyone just say ha det bra?
Yeah, come on. No.
And we'll let's try.
That's right.
Can you please write it in the chat for us, or do we have to go it from what we hear?
I can write it.
Oh, come on.
Oh, okay, that makes it easier. Okay. All right. Okay, so all that remains to be said then is goodbye and see you next time, but in Norwegian. Ha det bra.
Ha det bra.
And Hadibra from me as well.
Nice.